Hi everybody. Today's episode of What is Church is actually titled Chasing the Cheese, and this is going to be part one of this topic. There was a story that came to my head, and I was thinking one day about this mouse who was chasing the cheese that was in front of him. He was moving and he was going faster, and he couldn't understand why he could not get this cheese. He stopped, he took a step to the side, and then he realized all that time he was actually on one of those running wheels. The thing I want to point out about this story is the cheese was always in front of him. He just had to take a different step. His goal never changed. His focus never changed. But the direction of his step did change. A few years ago, I attended a church where they were doing new things and different things in the church. And sometimes a traditional church will do that when they want to reach more people and reach different people. They will start to incorporate different things in their service. And that is exactly what this church did that I was attending. And they encouraged us to tell our stories. And that would be our way of reaching other people. So I felt that by me offering to read my poetry in the church was a way for me to tell my story. I was rejected twice in that same church as far as reading my poetry in that church. My feelings got hurt. I developed an attitude. I didn't quit going to the church, but yes, I did develop an attitude, and I had my way of, just kind of sitting there and half listening to the word, because it was, and you see certain people, and so I had all of that. And I even vented to some people that were outside of the church about what my church had done to me as far as hurting my feelings. Like the mouse, though, my goal didn't change. My goal was always to tell my story so that I could actually help others to not make the same mistakes that I did in life. I want to end this portion of this episode by reading two different scriptures. And I will explain later how they actually tie into this story. The first one is from Proverbs chapter 14, verse 12. It says, "There is a way that seems right to a man, but in the end, it leads to death." The second scripture I wanted to read is from Proverbs chapter 13, verse 15. It says, "Good understanding wins favor, but the way of the unfaithful is hard." Stay tuned for part two.